Hello, we're starting the next test. I have just filled in the VIN of the car and all the details. This is going to be a Peugeot, whatever, 208E, the electric 208. So it's a 50 kilowatt hours of battery. And we're going to do yet another premium test with the Aviloo diagnostic tool. As you can see, I have already plugged it in. For this particular test, we have to use the yellow connector. This is a cable which is a bit twisted, so it is already connected to the cloud. And the thing that I'm gonna do now is I'll start the configuration so that the data for the car will be transferred to the diagnostic unit. Starting it. So the tester is now into a configuration state. You can see there is a orange light blinking, and pretty soon it's gonna be ready for us to start the test. And also, I'm ready to send myself a link. Sending the link. In fact, the car is still charging. We already have an SMS. Here it is. We are ready to start the test when the battery is charged enough. So now I have to wait a bit so that we can have enough charge. We have to be at like 97, 98% so that we can start the test. And then we have to do like 300 kilometers in order to drain the battery to 10% so that we will have the test results. I want to see how much the battery is charged. Unfortunately, I can't. No, any idea how much is the charge of the battery actually. But what's important is that this is a car which is almost 91,000 kilometers, and it's interesting to see how much the battery degradation is going to be here. Unfortunately, this car is charging 7.4 at AC, so it took the whole day to charge it till 92%. And now we are back to the fast charging in order to get to 98%, and we can start the test. So we are ready to stop the charge. We already have sufficient charge. And now we are ready to start the test. This is Peugeot. Nope. We probably have to lock it and then unlock it in order to disengage the charging cable. Yes. Okay, we can now start the test. We're reading the VIN. The test is starting from the get-go again. It will take a moment. Says like 2 minutes to collect the data. We already have the VIN. Charge is 100%. Battery temperature. Come on. And after we are done with that, so start driving, we have to get to 10% battery. So we have to spend 90% of the battery, and that's gonna be like 300 kilometers. It's gonna take a while, but I will update you on the go. We are going well. It's been 79 kilometers, like 45 minutes, and we have wasted 48% of the battery. And on the dashboard it indicates that we have 66 kilometers left, and we have like 90 kilometers to get back to the city. So it's gonna be a slower drive. This car really kills the battery when it gets to high speed, and high speed here is 140, 45, 150, but this thing is really not efficient at high speeds, which helps us drain the battery in really low amount of time. So in 30 minutes we're gonna have the test ready. $114 kilometers already. We're getting back. We have 29.2% left, and we have reduced the speed so that we can get back to the city. Right now speed is at 97. And we have like 16 more kilometers to go. But good news is that we know that we have like 17% battery left, which calculated is like 7 point something kilowatt hours. So that should be sufficient for us to get where we need to go. Though the calculation of the projected range is really off, really far off. Are you nervous? The interesting part of this test was that at 12% state of charge, the battery and the projected range was already dashes. So it was at like 13%, 12 point something percent, it was 4 kilometers. And after that, at like 11%, it was already dashes. The other interesting part is that Peugeot thinks that it's really important how much battery you're using for the climate control. And you can see that now, if I rise the temperature, the consumption is gonna rise with it. I don't know why it's so important for Peugeot. I don't like it. And there are 10% left that are unused. They're below the projected range. Anyways, we are done. The car is already parked. We are home. We'll connect it to the charger. And right now, Aviloo says that we brought it home with 9.4% left. And tomorrow we're gonna have the test results. The test results are now ready, and what we can see in the certificate is that the battery health is at 92%, which is only 8% degradation for the 91,000 kilometers that the car has on the odometer. You can see that the initial battery capacity of 44 kilowatt hours. It is interesting that it is listed as 44 kilowatt hours and not 45 kilowatt hours, which should be the proper capacity for this car. But for some reason, the capacity of this particular battery is reduced. My guess is that there is a rumor that Stellantis locked a piece of the battery in order to give it the much needed top buffer and bottom buffer. So from the 50 kilowatt battery, in the beginning the battery was 47.5. And at some point with a software update, they have locked a piece of the battery, so it happened to be 45. And now this particular battery is 44 kilowatt hours, so possibly a bigger portion of the battery is used for the buffers. What we can see here in the certificate is that the calculated battery capacity after the calculated degradation is 40.3 kilowatt hours, which is great because this is a really capable battery. In good traveling conditions, it probably will get more than 200 kilometers of range. You can see here, one interesting note here is that you can see we have started the test at 90,870 kilometers and we have finished the test at 91,029 kilometers. So you can calculate from here that we have done 160 kilometers with one battery and we have depleted most of the battery. And the interesting part that you have already seen is that the last 10% of the battery are not used in the range calculation. So the actual range of this battery on a highway driving, which is high speed, like 145, 150 kilometers per hour, is something like 160, 175 kilometers. If you're traveling like country roads, this is probably going to be more than 250 kilometers. So the actual degradation and my conclusion after seeing the test results is that this is a really healthy battery, close to 100,000 kilometers, and the battery is still intact and really plenty life left in it. It is really useful. So this is a car that I would recommend buying. If this content is interesting for you, consider subscribing for the channel, because much more is coming. Probably the next test is going to be my Model Y. We are now consulting with Aviloo. This is still an early option for affiliate partners like me. So we're probably going to collect data from my Tesla Model Y, and then probably from one of my friends, because we have plenty of Tesla Model Ys available here. So probably we'll have much more data coming in the next few weeks from Tesla Model Ys, and then I'm planning yet another test of one Zoe, or probably two different Zoes, and then we'll see. So stay tuned, give a like if you like it, consider writing a comment if there is something interesting that we can discuss, and also consider subscribing. Thank you, bye!